Hello YouTube, Mariel here. I have a question. I have been struggling with this dilemma now for a good few number of days, and I very much would like your input, your advice, and anything you can throw at me, literally at this point. I do feel kind of desperate. I understand that the final decision, rests with me. I totally understand that. I will not be blaming anybody if things were not to turn out the right way. And the reason why I'm asking you to participate is because I'm stuck. I don't know what's the right thing to do, and I don't know whether it's a good idea or a bad idea. And I really need opinions. And this is it. As you all know, I have initiated the divorce, and I believe that within the next 2 weeks, possibly less, my wolf is going to be served the papers. And I find myself really stuck because my lawyer has advised me to remain in the house, to stay in the house, that it will be advantageous for me if I stay in a house than if I leave. And I've already mentioned in my other videos that for a few months now, my wolf basically hasn't been putting money into our joint accounts. And whenever he puts money in there, he spends it himself extremely fast. And I've been struggling now to pay for my credit card bills for quite a while. Now, the only thing that remains at this point is Buy American Express. I've been a member through him with the American Express since sometimes in the mid-90s, and it's unlimited spending. Basically, there is no cap on it. And I still have access to that credit card. And I've never abused that credit card. I never have any of my credit cards. I've never abused them. And I am thinking of buying myself a place. Because in the state where I live, in the town where I live, you can find small condos for, cheap ones for decent amount of money. We're talking here 30,000, 40,000, sometimes even less than that. They're not always going to be in the best shape, but they can, they are habitable. And I'm thinking of going ahead and making the most that I can, because he still hasn't frozen that, he hasn't cut me off of that credit card, which is the only credit card really that I have that is directly joined to him, and he hasn't cut that yet. My worry is that once he gets served, that account's going to be gone. I'm no longer going to be able to access this. And I'll be truly stuck, because the amount of savings, which are very small, that I have is enough, for me to engage, to pay my lawyer and to start the proceedings, but it's not going to carry me far. If this goes on for 4 years, 6 years, if my wolf drags this divorce for that length of time, most certainly I'm not going to be able to afford anything. I'm not going to afford a lawyer. And also there is there's a fact as well that if I I trust my lawyer. I trust that the lawyer will do everything that she can. But everything is down to the judge. And the judge may decide, something completely different that is just going to make things very, very difficult for me. The judge may decide, for example, that he doesn't believe that I've been abused. He doesn't believe that my wolf is dangerous. And I could find myself stuck here in this house with my wolf, who may refuse completely to leave the house. Then what do? He might decide to stay here just to bug me and find a way to torture me in different little ways, like he is already. Or he might decide to leave if the judge decides to, to give me a restraining order, which is going to be part of the protective order, and ask him to leave the house. This would be great. But the problem is, he might decide not to pay the electricity one day, he might decide not to give me enough money to pay for the water one day, or he might decide one day, not to pay for the mortgage. And then what do? The kind of man that I'm married to, I am sure he would love nothing more than to find a way to show dominance and to find any way he can to assert his dominance and to torture me psychologically and emotionally, whichever way will be open to him. He will not miss that opportunity. And I just find it very, very hard, now that I know exactly who he is and what he is, to allow myself to be left at his mercy in any way. I do not want to be at his mercy and to be completely, once more, to see my life completely out of control, or be the lawyer controlling in one way, the judge having control, and my husband having control. But me, I will have no control in anything. And I've done my best to try to explain to the lawyer so far, but I don't think she gets it. Obviously, she wants to do everything the way she knows how and what she thinks is the best thing. But if those things don't work, I am stuck, and I will kick myself for not having taken the opportunity of having that credit card and charge it. Because with that credit card, I can afford to buy myself a place. Yes, I understand that eventually, if I buy that place, at the end of the divorce, I will have to sell it so that the money, goes back inside our common property to be divided. I understand that, but at least it gives me, at least I will have at least something. I'll have a place to go to. My intention is to buy that place, but still remain here in the house until my daughter turns 18 and then leave. And once I have the place, I can start moving my things little by little by little, a little by little. And then one day, maybe if he's out of the country, or maybe when he goes to work, I can have the movers to come and take a few of my, the remaining furnishing that I may need, that I will need in the other place. I don't want to be disrespectful to my lawyer, but at the same time, I feel like it'll be extremely, not dangerous, but kind of stupid for me not to take this advantage while I still can. I've heard of, through the different documentaries that I've seen, that you have females that go and charge, to the max credit cards that are given to them, and they buy very expensive designer stuff and jewelries and clothes and stuff like that. And this is not what I want. I want a home, a place, an apartment, a flat, anything it doesn't matter whether it's 1 bedroom or 2 bedroom, that I can go and don't have to worry about having to jump into the having to work straight away to make rent. I don't want that. And at the same time, I no longer want to stay in this house. I really don't want to stay here anymore. I just don't want to be at the mercy of my wolf in any way, shape, or form. And the faster I can disassociate myself physically from him, the better I will be, the stronger I'll be, and the sooner I can start strengthening myself, and the sooner I can start healing, and the sooner I can start rebuilding my life as well. And remaining in this house and having him lord over me because of the finances, the financing aspect, I don't think I can handle that. I just don't know what to do. I don't want to be disrespectful to my lawyer in one way, but at the same time, I don't want to miss my opportunity to escape this place. So I'm leaving it up to you to help me out on this one. Tell me what you think. Give me any idea. It doesn't matter whether it's wrong or right. But it can certainly help me to make a quick decision, because I really need to make that decision pretty quickly. Because once he's served, that's it. That credit card is gone. And we all know that it doesn't matter what the judge says. The judge, I don't think, is going to send him to jail for not respecting anything. Help me. Please help me make this decision very quickly. Help me make a decision, please. Please, 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 please. Thank you.